Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brookfield Central High School for WIAA Boys Basketball here on Zaleski Sports. Elijah Vanksalata alongside my producer and color commentator Matt Peck tonight here with you for the regular season finale on Zaleski Sports in the Milwaukee area. And this is a biggie of a game tonight. We've got number 18th ranked Tosa West taking on Brookfield Central ranked number 13, both in Division II. And ironically, both of these teams are in the same sectional too, so this might not just be the last time these two teams faced off. And we're going to start off here a little bit of an intro for both teams. I won't get into the starting lineups just yet, but Tosa West, they are coming into this game 16-6, 10-4 in conference, second place tied with Brookfield East right now, one game behind. They average 80.4 points per game. Their head coach is Chris Neubauer. They won 6 games in a row. It's been a really great stretch for the Tosa West Trojans, and on what has been an up and down season at some times of the year. Last time we had them on, they fell to Brookfield East on the network, January 24, 71-21. But after that game we had them on, it's been lights out. 6-1 since that performance. Big wins against Menominee Falls, West Bend East, Tosa East, Waupun, Hale, and Marquette. So it's been a really great stretch of month of February for Tosa West. And for the Brookfield Central Lancers, they are 16-6, 11-3 in conference, leading the Greater Metro Conference by a game. That's why this game is so important tonight. They are 11-3 in conference. They're head coached by the veteran head coach Dan Wandry, and this is going to be one of those things to watch out for tonight. But we're going to have the scoreboard up. Matt Peck's got the he's going to be giving us score updates. It's on the bottom right of your guys' screen. So if you guys are keeping tune here, if Germantown beats Brookfield East and a Brookfield Central win, it officially clinches a conference share for Brookfield Central. But we'll get through more of those scenarios right after the national anthem after this.
Wauwatosa, Western New York, Brookfield Central Racers. One of the major goals of the WIAA, the GMC at Brookfield Central High School, is to promote sportsmanship in its athletic contest.
I can't get out.
We ask that all fans refrain from any negative comments, gestures, cheers, or chants that reflect poorly on you and your respective school. Remember, folks, sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Now please stand and remove your headwear and join our Brookfield Central Band, conducted by Kelly Barbeau, in the playing of our national anthem.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vanksalata alongside Matt Peck with you here for our Zaleski Sports Milwaukee finale. And it's going to be a thriller here tonight between the Tosa West Trojans, who are ranked 18th in our Zaleski Sports rankings, and Brookfield Central, who is number 13 in our rankings. We're going to start off with some starting lineups here. First for the Wauwatosa West Trojans, number 4, junior DJ Henningsgaard. Number 5, senior captain Jake Hansen, who's at the other guard. At the other forward, number 21, Matthew Klosky, who's a junior, who's 17 points away from 1,000 career points. Number 24, Jalen Brown, who's a sophomore at the other guard. And at the last forward, number 30, Caden Parker, who's a junior. So a very, very young group on the floor here for Tosa West group, and head coach by Chris Neubauer, like I said again. And now the starting lineups for Brookfield Central. Number 3, Anthony Rise. All rise for Anthony Rise. Number 4, Nasir Avery. Let's see here. Number 24, Matthew James, Jr. Number 31, Henry Grutzmacher, Jr. And number 33, Junior Evan Prusco at the other guard. And that rounds out the starting 5 for Dan Wandry's squad. A win. I'm going to break through some clinching scenarios here tonight for the Greater Metro Conference. Nobody can officially clinch it alone tonight, but Brookfield Central can at least clinch a share of the conference tonight as long as they beat Tosa West. Now, what do you think about these scenarios, Matt Peck? I got a lot of them drawn up before the game, did my homework.
I mean, it's quite a conference. It's one of the best in the state every year, and it's a very exciting conference to cover, and obviously we're right in the same situation again. Finally, I learned how to put text on the bottom, so I'm like, you know what, we're going to put the score of the Germantown game, which is 8-5 Germantown early on with 14 minutes remaining in the first half. So they're getting a little bit head start of us, but those watching at home can know both scores.
And you wonder why that game's very important too. A Brookfield or a Germantown win and against Brookfield East could be very crucial to Brookfield Central to try to stand alone in conference. They're going to start it off here. Brookfield Central with the ball at the top of the key. A key name to watch out for is Anthony Rise. 46 points last game. We had him on Tuesday. If you could go watch that back on Zaleski Sports early on in the week. They're going to look to keep him flying here as they're going to call a foul early on. A little bit too reach that time from Jalen Brown. But Anthony Rise, like I said, all rise for Anthony Rise, a senior, the Hawaii Hilo commit in Division II. That college is going to say aloha to him in next year, I should say. Been a flamethrower all season long, and they're going to call a traveling violation here, as that's really good defense that time from Caden Parker. And Chris Neubauer and Tosa West's offense will set up to start this one. Tosa West averaging about 80 points per game on the season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because obviously Tosa West, they haven't won yet on the network, and obviously they fell to Brookfield Central last time, so it's going to be interesting to see what they come out with this time.
Jake Hansen, the big three-point shooter and one of the leaders of this team. Matthew Klosky, like I said again, 17 points away from the record. And I think that's going to be a foul on Henry Grutzmacher. They're going to try to attack him a lot tonight. First personal foul on him, first team foul. I talked with both head coaches before the game, first with Chris Neubauer. He told me one of the big factors tonight is stopping the big man, Henry Grutzmacher. The 6'8" frame of his, as Klosky can't make the first free throw. Matthew Klosky. Klosky is a 55% free throw shooter. Goes 1 for 2 and splits the pair. So he's got 1 point on the night so far. Nasir Avery taking up the floor here. This is a really great starting lineup that Dan Wandry's squad has put together. 12-1 in 2025. It's safe to say that their New Year's resolution was to win, and it's coming true. As look at that defense right there. Hansen, left corner three. Oh, rims out that time, and Rise looking to push the pace now for the Lancers. Rise, look at the double team coming. It's almost like you knew a scouting report was coming after dropping 46, but you get a wide open guy, and he can't pay it off. That time on the shot was Matthew James. Klosky thought about the three. He's going to drive in again on Grutzmacher. Going to kick it out a little bit too hard that time. Try to feed his man, DJ Hennings. The thing to note out about Tosa West is that they got a big three on their squad, led by junior Matthew Klosky, Jalen Brown, and Jake Hansen. All could play the guard and forward role, but Jake Hansen usually playing the point as Anthony Rise drives in the paint, kicking it outside to Avery, and they force a turnover. A lot of turnovers early on through the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's something Brookfield Central needs to clean up here if they obviously want to get some help in the Germantown game, but they also got to come away with a win tonight here as well.
Matthew Klosky, like I said, the guy, or I guess we could talk about Jalen Brown too, the guy taking up the floor. Several D1 offers from ASU, Grambling State, and NIU. Big prospect as they're going to call another foul here. Nasir Avery on the foul. What do you got for the score for the other game right now?
12-7.
Who? Germantown?
Yep.
Like I said, if you're a Brookfield Central fan tonight, you're going to be rooting for Brookfield East. A win from Brookfield Central and a loss from Brookfield East can put them almost at a certain conference title as Anthony Rise makes Jalen Brown trip. Slippery four that time as Anthony Rise gets his first bucket of the night. Had 46 last game and a career-high night against Menominee Falls. Like I said, again, you could go rewatch that game on Zaleski Sports earlier this week, but Jake Hansen can't knock down the mid-range. Another big name to watch out for Brookfield Central is Evan Prusko. He went 7 for 7 from 3 last time these two teams met up. A flamethrower, if you will. Got to be able to stop him if they want to come out of it. 26 points he had last time. Top of the key, Matthew James. Kind of passed up a look. Now they're going to feed it to Prusko right on cue. No. Misses his first look, and he's not going to go perfect from 3 this time around.
Brookfield Central, every time we come here, they always bring out a good crowd. Very good community support here.
Matthew Klosky can't knock down the triple, and both teams almost 3.5 minutes into this game with the lid on the rim. Going to set a screen right now. Look at that double team coming. Look at that defense. Jalen Brown on the steal, picking the cookies in the jar. And Jalen Brown reading the scouting report well with the first 2 of the night. That double team is filthy with him and Klosky coming up on him. Nasir Avery going to get a good look from the right corner. He can't get that one to fall. Klosky gets the rebound. Jalen Brown and take it through the floor, behind the back, doing a little hezzy move. Spins, kicking it out, wide open look. Hennings, pure. DJ Hennings. All money that time, and a 6-2 advantage for Tosa West. You got to like what they're doing defensively so far in this game, Matt Peck, especially on the guy who scored 46 earlier this week on Anthony Rise.
Well, Chris Neubauer's team must have watched film during the week because obviously, or else watched our broadcast back. They did one of the two, but they knew Anthony Rise played well, and they're guarding him well early on here.
Rise gets a good off-ball screen and gets the drive off the right side. That's a beautiful setup play, and Dan Wandry says we got to come up with some plays for him as well. Quick 4 points for the Lancers, all coming from the senior captain, Anthony Rise. Matthew Klosky, no hesitation, no good from the left corner. And now Brookfield Central looking to run with it. Nasir Avery already 0 for 1 from deep. A couple of jerseys around him. You can't leave Rise open because he's now left him wide open that time, but a rare miss from him. Klosky gets the ball picked out of the jar that time. Nasir Avery coming from behind. And Matthew Klosky, like I said, 16 more points away from 1,000 career points as a junior. He's been something. I called him in a flawless February, averaging over 30 points per game as Jake Hansen rises up for 3. He can't finish. Good rebound for Henry Gritzmacher. But no less than 25 points in the last 6 games for him as they're going to call an offensive foul on Henry Gritzmacher. And this is a little bit of trouble right now, Matt Peck. That's the second foul on Henry Gritzmacher early on.
Yeah, they're probably going to.
And like I said pregame, I talked with head coach Chris Neubauer. He told me a big factor of this game is going to try to be stopping their big man, Henry Gritzmacher. And so far, they've really been attacking at him and drawing him in foul trouble. And this is just what Chris Neubauer drew up. Ooh, Jalen Brown kind of tripped a little bit. Good defense from Avery, keeping his ground, and that's just an amazing defensive stop by Nasir Avery. Rise, no hesitation, no good. A little bit of a slow start here, but he's got all 4 points for the Lancers. Jake Hansen, one of the best three-point shooters in the state. Gonna post it up to Klosky, spins, going up with the right hand, and he gets fouled by Anthony Rise. Rise, that will be his first foul of the night. 4th team foul. And like I said, again, with Klosky, he can make you pay. He's already 1 for 2 for the night. Leading scorer on this team in what has been a flawless February, averaging over 30 points per game, scoring no less than 25 points as he hits the first free throw in his last 6 games, securing himself as one of the state's best scorers on the drive. His highlight was scoring a career-high 46 points against Wauwatosa East in a big win February 7th. But they're going to need him to continue to be more explosive in that mid-range and on the drive to keep coming up. He goes 1 for 2 again on the free throws, and he's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. 7-4 lead. Rice thought about the 3, but Jalen Brown's been all over him tonight so far. Oh, a little bit of a foul that time here. That's what you got to be careful with Jalen Brown. That's his 2nd foul now. And I'm going to assume Roman Long, the junior, is going to check in for Jalen Brown a little bit here. But Matt Pag, how would you assess Jalen Brown's defense so far in Anthony Rise? That's been something.
I mean, to have Rise, you have Rise at 0 points?
Nope, 4. He's got all 4 for Brookfield Central so far. Nobody else has
I'm
gotten
just saying, though,
yet.
the other night at this time, he was probably at 10. So they're doing a really good job just, containing him. And obviously, like I mentioned earlier, Chris Neubauer definitely came in with a defensive plan just for him. And then obviously, like you talked to him about before the game with Henry Grutzmacher. And he's defending him pretty well, too.
Rise can't get the mid-range jumper to fall right now. All of those were going down on Tuesday night, though.
Yeah.
Seemed like he had magnet ball. Jake Hansen. We'll feed it back out to DJ Hennings. They're going to kind of set up a play now here. A couple screens. Klosky again. Looks like he's going to try to attack. Going to go up with it with the right hand. He can't get it to go. Like I said, he's 15 points away from 1,000 career points. That's what Chris Neubauer, head coach of Tosa West, told me before the game. Prusko on the drive, spins. Going up with the right hand, no. There's literally a lid on the rim right now for Brookfield Central. Hennings now, they're looking to go fast, kicking it outside. And Roman Long. Chambers out to Jake Hansen. Man, Jake Hansen can't get a shot to fall as they're going to call a foul right there. A little bit of a push out of bounds. Good sportsmanship, though, that time from Messiah Chambers. First foul on Chambers, the 3rd team foul on Wauwatosa West. So 7-4 lead here, almost halfway into the first half already. On what has been a really big defensive showdown, and both teams trying to feel themselves out a little bit, trying to get the jumpers to fall. Look at Jake Hansen on Nasir Avery. Ooh, Rise trips a little bit here, and they're going to call another foul. Got to be careful when you're trying to go at Rise, because he can go in a flash like that.
And we saw Menominee Falls there, and I get rather frustrated with Rise. Obviously, they took him and tried to put him on the ground in the last 40 seconds. But, yeah, there's several teams that you can tell that have gotten frustrated with Rise has played this year because he's just been so dominant, like, on the scoring ends. And we've seen, like I said, every game we've had him on, he's been in the house. So he's doing something right.
Even a couple subs checking in for Brookfield Central. Good off-ball looks right now, and good defense and hands that time from Klosky on Prusko. Klosky gonna drive in, gets blocked that time though by Derek Trice. But it'll stick with Tosa West, but a really good transition defensive play that time from Brookfield Central. Looking to set up a play here. Looks like they're trying to go to Hansen. They inbound it to him. Hennings gonna feel it out. Oh, try to go to Klosky. But a really great defensive stop that time from Trice. Hennings back outside to Jake Hansen, bounce pass. This has been like the play we've seen a lot so far tonight where Klosky sets up in the post. That's where he is best. They're going to set it right back out. You got to give credit to Dan Wandry, though.
Yeah.
This Tosa West team has a really big 3 that could score a lot as Jake Hansen can't get that to go. Another great defensive stop by, this time, Prusko. As Rise drives right in, and Roman Long picks his pocket off of his knees. And I really like the defensive fight in this game. That might be the story of it tonight.
You know, it's funny because we haven't seen a lot of scoring in this game tonight. I probably had to update the score for Germantown as well. It's 22-17 there. So, I mean, every time I look, it's the same score there. So it's like.
And actually, believe it or not, folks, there's actually a scenario where 3 teams in this conference can be in a 3-way tie after tonight.
Oh, man.
Tosa West wins, Brookfield East wins. We have a 3-way tie in the Greater Metro Conference with Brookfield Central, Tosa West, and Brookfield East. Hey, keep in mind, none of those 3 teams play each other the rest of the way. at least for the regular season
That's
for
going to be
D2.
interesting. And obviously Brook East, and Brook East can't meet any of these teams in the playoffs being in Division I.
Klosky trying to bait the foul. He gets it. Let's see who it's on, though. I think it's going to probably be Trice. Derek Trice with his first foul tonight. 15 foul on Brookfield Central. So Klosky, he's gotten 4 free throw attempts, 2 for 4, make it 3 for 5. All of his points coming from the line. Something to keep an eye on right here, as we know that Matthew Klosky, he's 15 points away right now, or 14 points away from 1,000 career points as a junior. It's always a big milestone to hit 1,000 career points, ain't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know you've made a big impact on a program. As he goes 2 for 2 this time for the first time. And Klosky 4 for 6 from the line. All 4 of his points tonight coming from the line make it 13 away from 1,000 career points for him now. He's my key guy to watch out for on this Tosa West team. So a 9-4 lead. Not a lot of scoring so far here tonight, Matt Peck.
No, I mean, it seems like it's a greater Metro effect tonight, not a lot of scoring.
What are we? Oh, defensive stop that time. Good defense. And DJ Hennings, I think they're just doing a good job staying up on their defender, kind of forcing some pressure on Matthew James that time. And they're going to give it right back to Tosa West. By the way, Jake Hansen taking a seat on the bench, getting a little bit of a breather. Max Gogan checking in. Gogan in transition, gets it to go. Max Gogan right away, and an 8-point lead right now for Tosa West. This has been a picture-perfect start for Chris Neubauer's team. Defense is on cue. You're getting the right looks on offense. They're starting to fall now as a defense chance. Tosa West bringing out a good student section tonight. The defense chances rise. And they're going to call a foul on the ground here. Man, it's been a fouls galore in this first half. They're going to call that one on number 22, Messiah Chambers. His second foul. That's the 5th on Tosa West. We haven't really had any timeouts yet tonight either.
No, we have not.
Nobody else other than Anthony Rise has scored yet until now. Right on cue, Matthew James gets his first bucket to go. And it's 12-6 now. Tosa West leads. Klosky on the drive, gets the toilet bowl bounce in. His first field goal of the night, make it 6 out of the 14.
Or else just call it the Chicago Bears bounce.
11 points away from 1,000 career points now for Klosky. Brookfield Central got to be able to stop Klosky if they want to have a good shot to win tonight. I don't know if a lot of people know it. As Avery pulls up for 3, it won't go. It's going to stick with Brookfield Central. Last touch by Tosa West. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people know about this. As I'll say who's checking in real quick. That's Stephen Wright checking in. But a lot of people don't know that Matthew Klosky played his freshman year for Coach Malachnik at West Dallas Central, and he was on varsity. So he transferred over last year, kind of try to fill himself out, and he's become a superstar in his junior season. You got to figure next year's going to be a big year as bodies falling on the ground. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to go right back to Tosa West.
I love what I'm seeing out of Tosa West right now. They look quite a bit better than we saw them last time at Brookfield East. Just the offensive decisions they're making and the defensive decisions on who they're guarding, and they know who the scorer is, and they're going to attack early on. They're looking a lot better than that Brookfield East game we saw.
Big games for conference scenarios coming up after this. Tosa West will host Sussex Hamilton. They're going to call an offensive foul here. Hold on, let's see who this is on. Stephen Wright will be called on the foul. It's his first foul, 16th foul. One more foul will put Brookfield Central in the bonus. But Chris Neubauer, their team, playing a little bit of press right now halfway into the first half. Doing a really great job, only holding a really good team in Brookfield Central to 6 points more than halfway through this first half. 4 out of the 6 points coming from Anthony Rise, of course. Rise on the drive. Going through no hesitation again. And that's going to be off of DJ Hennings that time. Looked like maybe Avery could have got a hand on that too, but it'll stay.
There's bodies everywhere over there. Just surprising for Brookfield Central. Obviously, we're 11 minutes in and they only have 6 points.
It's even better though for Tosa West. I mean, this defense has been hectic in this first half. It's been all over the place. But Brookfield Central also just can't hit any shots so far in this first half, only than a few. Need this man to get going right now, but that double team has been lethal in this first half on Anthony Rise, but he's going to pull up on a one-on-one. No good. Klosky with the rebound. I think that's the big part of it too. Anthony Rise being double teamed, kind of forcing him off a little bit on a shot. Klosky loses the ball. Ooh, going to be a foul called that time on Derek Trice. Trace, I should say.
Got a score update. Brookfield East has just gone up by 6 points, 32-26.
And you guys can see that on the bottom of our scoreboard as well as Matt Peck's updating it.
That's just a lead change because obviously Germantown's led for almost that whole game so far, but Brookfield East I think on a 10-0 run right now.
Going up on the right side, no good for Gogan. Wide open look, why not in that left corner, no good. Tosa West looking to run now. They got a couple numbers if they hurry. Klosky doing a good job driving in the paint, and ooh, they're going to call that a offensive foul on Klosky.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of contact there from Klosky going in that time. I kind of agree with that call. I mean,
first foul on Klosky, 17th foul. Now they'll be in the one-on-one bonus with the foul. Stephen Wright getting the defensive duties right now on Anthony Rise, a star for Brookfield Central. Ooh, a little bit of dangerous pass that time. Whether it's him or Jalen Brown guarding Anthony Rise, it's been a nightmare look so far for him on offense. Ooh, good turnaround jumper that time from Prusko. And Dan Wadry wants to talk it over a little bit here, but finally good to get a bucket drop. We got a good game so far, ladies and gentlemen. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, a defensive battle both ways with 6:26 left to go in the first half. And on Zaleski Sports Milwaukee, 18th ranked Tosa West leads on 13th ranked Brookfield Central winning the defensive battle. Elijah Vinksalata alongside Matt Peck at what has been a big battle here tonight so far. And a lot of conference scenarios on the line tonight, as we all know. Matt Peck already put down on the bottom of the score.
Yep,
he's got the score updates right now, as you guys can see right there.
Halftime.
Brookfield East and Germantown, who's winning?
Brookfield East by 8 at half.
That's actually, if the results stood right now, and as Gogan shoots a three, made his first one, can't get that one to fall. If the results hold and Tosa West wins and Brookfield East wins, we got a three-way tie in this Greater Metro Conference. And
so the most difficult role, the most interesting results would happen if this situation stands where we are right now. So everyone loves fun. That's what will turn the most fun.
Would there, if it ends that way, is it possible that all three just share it?
Yep.
It's just how it's going to go?
In the North Shore. 2 years ago in the North Shore for baseball.
Whoa, look at Rise picking the cherry out of the hands that time of Hennings. He's going to look to fast break it now on the drive. Going to go up with the floater. Can't get that to go off the front rim. Rise cleans it up and says, I got you, buddy.
Yeah. So in the North Shore 2 years ago in baseball, 4 teams shared the conference title.
Oh, my goodness.
4 teams. So, yeah, it is possible. I think the other one conference had 3 teams. So, I mean, it's
only thing that matters at the end of the day is, good reverse layup that time from Stephen Wright. I mean, winning a conference is good, but every team in this conference, especially at the top, their goal at the end of this one is to get a gold ball.
Yes.
And there's a chance once again. I'm pretty much going to say at this point, these 2 teams are the top 2 seeds in their conference. Hennings blocked behind by, who was that? How do you say his name? Koseja
Yeah.
with the block that time. From behind, gives the shades of a LeBron James type block that time. That stopped a fast break opportunity right there. Jake Hansen checking back in now, Klosky as well. .447 left to go. Both teams combined here with only 26 points. Tosa West, keep in mind, a team that averages around 80 points per game. Klosky, ooh, beautiful look. 8 points for Matthew Klosky, and he's 9 points away from 1,000. 8-point lead again. Rise on the drive. And call it not on the shot, but it'll be a foul on number 11, Roman Long.
It's crazy because this would be the second Tosa West player to achieve something on our network this year.
Jake Hansen, the all-time leading scorer at Tosa West. But Jake Hansen hasn't scored yet tonight. Got to get him going, too, if they want this lead to keep enlarging here.
If they get him going,
this thing could be pretty
run
hard.
up. Yeah, that's going to be tough for Brookfield Central.
I think I see some balloons out to the side, off to our left side. Maybe that's the 1,000 balloon. Maybe subtle foreshadowing here that he could hit it tonight. But like I said, there's a really good chance that he does hit it tonight as Rise hit his first free throw. And he splits the pair, goes 1 for 2. I think I might have jinxed him a little bit that time. Jalen Brown going to go up. Now, you're going to say he walked with a good defense on the trap on the inside. But a big reason on how Matthew Klosky could get the 1,000 career points tonight is because, like I said, in his last 6 games, he scored no less than 25.
Yeah.
And he's doing that a lot by driving in the paint, setting up his looks, trying to draw the fouls. And that's what you got to do as a superstar player. Just try to get any look you can, as they're doing for Rise right now. A good off-ball screen look, and gets it to go. Rise.
There he goes.
Here we go.
All Rise.
10 points for Anthony Rise. Yeah, 10 of the 14 points.
I mean, he got the gym to rise, that's for sure.
When the team is struggling, this is when you need your other guys to get up. Or this is when I should say, when you need a guy like Anthony Rise to rise up to the occasion.
Like I said,
Hansen going to rise up for 3 on the other end. No good. He still can't find it. As now Anthony Rise going to look to push the ball in transition now. 4-point game. Prusko outside to Avery. Good ball movement. Good deflection in the paint, but recovered by them. Avery going up on the layup. No good. Good defense that time from Messiah Chambers. This is likely going to be a very low-scoring game unless we get an explosive second half offensively, as Chambers gets his putback on the miss. It's all that matters at the end of the day, if you can get your miss. And lead back up to 6 for Tosa West. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. It's been a thriller here. Big Greater Metro Conference scenarios at stake after tonight. That's why one of the last few conferences that haven't been clinched just yet. Rise, step back 3. No good. That was a good rhythm look. He's been feeling it a little bit lately. 10 of the first 14 as Prusko kind of tips it out of bounds. They'll stick with Tosa West.
Well, we'll just say it this way. Whenever somebody does, 3 teams, 2 teams, 1 team, whoever wins the conference, you can look for that graphic on the Zaleski Sports social media. It's obviously not on there yet because we don't know who's going to win the conference.
And we probably won't have it on until sometime next week, unless Brookfield Central wins tonight. That's the only scenario where they could win, where they could clinch something tonight, at least a share.
Yeah.
Tonight, if they win, they would eliminate Tosa West from conference contention. Both of these teams only 1 game left after this, with Brookfield Central heading over to Tosa East. Are they going to call that an offensive foul? Let's see.
Looks like it, yep.
Matthew Klosky, second foul. And Tosa West got to be careful here. You got 4 guys with 2 fouls right now. In Roman Long, Matthew Klosky, Messiah Chambers, and Jalen Brown. All 4 of those guys are crucial players on if you want to win this game. Anthony Rise. Look at this defense by Hennings. They're going to say he walked with it. And Hennings standing his ground on Rise, saying, I got this. the second forced travel tonight on Rise. And like I said, you go back again to Chris Neubauer. This has had to have been a part of the scouting report. Maybe they watched our broadcast last game, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're big fans of us, so.
I mean, he does have 10 of the 14 points, but they think that as long as they can only keep him as, Jalen Brown, pretty finish that time off the left side. He's got 4 points now, up to 8 points again, tying the largest lead for Tosa West. Very low scoring first half.
These two teams are on the same side. This could determine for seeding on Sundays.
Like I said, these two teams are, I'll just say it, right? Top two seeds in their section.
This win for Tosa West could give them the 1 seed too.
Yeah, it could.
Because they're both got 16-6 overall records, and that's what we look at.
You'll see on Sunday. Ooh, good defense. It's going to go right back to Tosa West now. Another great defensive stop. And Dan Wander, you kind of looking at his guys like, what's going on here?
No, knowing that show on Sunday, they'll find a way to say Wauwatosa wrong.
West Tosa.
That's what some guy said one time, didn't he? Somebody said that one time.
I don't want to put him under the bus, but one of our coworkers, Brendan Retzloff at WI, it's funny though. It's funny. I mean, I'll admit I'll pronounce some of their up north teams wrong too. Jalen Brown gets the floater to go that time. 6 points for him.
Let's go to Antigo.
He's got the last 4 points. Trace. Oh, look at the deflections on the outside. Hennings penetrating the ball from Rise. Avery going to set the screen for him. Prusko on the drive. Prusko, oh, look at that defense. Good steal by Jalen Brown. It's been all him the last couple minutes. The last 4 points come from him. Outside corner, Gogan, 3, book it! Matt Gogan knocks down the tray.
That might be the biggest shot of the game so far.
And the lead is ballooned up to 13 for Tosa West. The Tosa West faithful making some noise. Avery. This is end of the year season basketball where there's a lot is at stakes. Both teams really getting into it here. Only 14 points in the first half. Very uncharacteristic of a team. Oh, Brown with the steal. Is he going to do showtime? Jams it down. And Tosa West feeling it early on.
This is probably the worst end of the half. Dan Wandry probably wanted this.
A 15-point lead. Hennings, look at this. He's playing up even more now. 8-0 run. Hell, he loses his handle, loses the ball.
Go
recovers it back. Gonna kick it outside. Prusko for 3. They need it. No. And that'll take us to the half. Tosa West putting the nail in the hammer, or the hammer on the nail right now in the first half with the first drill of the first half. 29-14, a big statement in the first half. We'll find out here. We'll come back with scoring updates after this, but stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We got an intense second half coming up after this.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com. Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports for our Fleet Farm, I'll call it the Fleet Farm halftime show right now here. That's our game day sponsor. 29-14, 18th ranked Tosa West. Kind of stunning number 13th ranked Brookfield Central in our Zaleski Sports seed score rankings right now. But I'm going to go through a little bit of scoring updates, and then I'll kind of recap the game a little bit here. The scoring look for Tosa West squad with Chris Neubauer, 6 points for Max Gogan, 3 for DJ Hennings, 2 for Stephen Wright, 8 points for Matthew Klosky, 2 for Messiah Chambers, and 8 for Jalen Brown. To keep in mind for Matthew Klosky, he is 9 points away from 1,000 career points. And on the other for Brookfield Central, it hasn't really been a scoring affair for them on a rare occasion tonight. Only 14 points in the first half. Dan Wandry got to kind of go to the drawing board, try to see what they can do on this really tenacious defense right now of Tosa West. 10 out of the 14 points coming from the senior captain, Anthony Rise. And you think that he's kind of carrying the load right now. He is, but compared to the last game, you could see that Tosa West putting a lot of pressure on him to not get any scoring on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing just a heck of a job on the other end. Tosa West, just even with everybody on Brookfield Central. How much have we seen Grutzmacher tonight? I haven't seen him a lot, but
I mean,
even last game we didn't see him a lot.
I think it just goes back to what we said. Remember what I said before the game. I've said this like a million times already, but remember Chris Neubauer when he told me before the game, he said, got to be able to be physical and be able to neutralize Henry Grutzmacher because he knows how much of a crucial part he means to their rebounding game. And putting him in foul troubles with 2 fouls, I don't think we've seen him since around the halfway point of that first half ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, the other day, it's funny because I think we said the same thing. He wasn't around a lot. And we're like, where did he, just maybe there's minutes restrictions going on we don't know about or something, too.
And the other 2 points came from Matthew James and Evan Prusko, but that's pretty much been all the scoring. This is probably the worst I've seen Brookfield Central's offense in a game this year, and it's probably not at the right time.
No, I mean, they got one more game next week to correct it.
Because
another half, too.
I will bring up the scenario one more time. If Tosa West wins tonight and Brookfield East beats Germantown, which they are, right?
Yeah.
This is a 3-way tie for the Greater Metro after tonight.
It's a 13-point game there in Germantown with Brookfield East and Germantown. So Brookfield East, obviously, I think they're upsetting them. I think it's an upset because Germantown's at home.
I would even consider this game an upset,
this is an upset too.
I mean, but one more thing before we head to one more game break. Last time these two teams faced off It was 42-31 at the half. Tosa West led on Brookfield Central, but Dan Wandry's squad they really put something together in that second half. A little bit more this time, obviously a 4-point differential from the last time at half, but they ended up winning that game and coming back and defeating them at Tosa West. But you got to figure in the half, right?
Yeah.
Chris Neubauer's telling his guys,
do not take your foot off that pedal.
Off the gas, yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. But after we'll take another game break here, play a couple more commercials. But we got an exciting second half coming your way. Please share this game, everybody. More high school basketball coming your way on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinks-Lott alongside Matt Peck with you. We're getting set to start the second half of our regular season finale in the Milwaukee area on Zaleski Sports. We're going to have a week off, a much-deserved week off next week before we have a really great stretch of playoff basketball coming up on the network. We will have some sort of basketball on the network for the playoffs, probably the whole way through. I think the plan is for sectionals for girls to be on, and then the whole way through for guys, right? But we don't know where we're going to be yet. Seeds haven't really been, they're not going to be officially finalized till Sunday, where the brackets get revealed. But as it stands right now, Brookfield Central has the 1 seed and Tosa West has a 2 seed. You got to figure Tosa West wins, they might be the 1.
Yeah, and that's a huge positioning, especially where you actually, it's not really, let's just say it, they both meet at Beaver Dam on that Thursday. It's not really going to determine anything because they're both on the road anyways, and they're both driving pretty far away from their respective schools all the way just to play each other, which 2 cities right next to each other. But, it's just going to matter. And I think a sectionals is alphabetized anyways. It's not even about who's got the better seed for the
You ever think that they could ever move that, if it's like a regionalized thing or no?
Depends. Depends if anybody around here wants to host.
I mean, we've seen that before, though, right, where teams had to travel far. Like, what was it? Was it Kimberly Marquette in football that one year they had to go to Sun Prairie?
That one made no sense.
Yeah, that was
nowhere near.
That was something weird.
That one should have met up in Fond du Lac.
Even Fond du Lac's a good spot. Good start to the second half as they're going to get a floater that time from Matthew James. James had 2 points in that first half, but they're going to need someone else other than Anthony Rise. They get going in the second half. The Lancers want to try to come back and win this one. They got Grutzmacher back on the floor. Good defense, but an even better finish from Klosky. Matthew Klosky saying it with his chest. 10 points, 7 points away from 1,000 career. You gotta figure with those balloons up there.
Yeah, they're ready for him.
It's his motivation, right? They already brought it here as, Matthew James, can he stay hot? Nope. Can't make that mid-range jumper.
Mom brought balloons today, so you better do it tonight.
Oh, yeah, there he goes again. Klosky on the drive. Klosky going up and can't finish. You got to figure with the big lead they have, he's going to try to score as much as he can. And to kick it outside of the left corner. Nasir Avery pulls up for 3 and hits.
That's a huge one.
Nasir Avery's first points of the night, a 5-2 run to start the second half for the Lancers, but got to string a couple of defensive stops now here to cut it within 10 if they want this one. Jake Hansen, you don't want to leave him open. He's been cold tonight. No points for him still.
And there's Grutzmacher. He's back in there.
Uh-oh. Good transition look. Prusko. Ooh, that would have been a big 3 if he could have got that to drop. But good look.
Close.
Brown, Euro step, going up. Off the glass, gets it to go.
Awesome
That's
move.
a killer.
That's an awesome move that time. And obviously, we see this right now. Tosa West just scoring back every time Brookfield Central scores, and they're doing their job.
And you know, that one, it's almost like a tough break right there, too, because that one looked like it was about to fall for Prusko, too.
The gym would have rise for their teammate.
Not yet, though. No, he can't get that floater to go. He didn't rise up hard enough that time. Get it?
Like it. Yeah.
Jalen Brown on the drive. Step back. Ooh, shake and bake. Mid-range jumper for Jalen Brown. He got 4 points in the second half. And tying the largest lead of the night, 16. Or actually, this is their largest lead of the night. So Brookfield Central getting a couple buckets, just not working on the defensive end. They're double teaming. 3-point look on the right side. James, no. Good tip back and save from Grutzmacher. Prusko, 3. No.
Man.
Avery rebound. Loses the ball right back out to James. James gonna feed out. Grutzmacher, double team coming, and he gets fouled. And a good look on the drive.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a possession that Brookfield Central needed to draw a foul or score some kind of basket. They had 2 or 3 chances, and now it's going to send Grutzmacher to the line.
This is a big foul. This is the 3rd personal foul. They're going to call it on Matthew Klosky.
Uh-oh.
First foul of the second half, but I think if you're Chris Neubauer, do you kind of trust him a little bit here to be playing it safe with a bigger lead, right? Kind of let it go a little bit?
Yeah, you could. I mean, obviously, you're up 15 right now. There's still 15 minutes left in this game, obviously, and that 15 minutes is a long time in high school. But it'll be interesting to see what Chris Neubauer decides to do.
How about that? That was the first 2 points of the night for Henry Grutzmacher. Last game he had 18. Oh, you can't leave Jalen Brown open. He's feeling it. Jalen Brown.
Call him.
Like the NBA superstar, right?
Yeah.
8 points in the second half. He's got 16 on the night. He would be the leading front runner for Highlight House Player of the Game right now. They hold on. I really just got to – and this defense, man, been all over the place here. Rise hasn't even got a good look so far in the second half. Oh, gets the picked again. It's going to go right back to Tosa West. Hansen. Been kind of cold here in the second half, but everybody else is kind of heating up. Jalen Brown, is he feeling it? Oh, I was close.
You were calling the fire department.
I was about to call it for us. For everyone's safety, right? Because he's feeling it tonight. Oh, Grutzmacher in the paint. Good catch. Gonna go up with the left hand. Can't get off the front rim. And a good bounce pass to Klosky. Loses it off. You can't. I don't think you should go too fast that time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Chris Neubauer too. Remember what we saw last time too? He disciplined his guys. He said, "What was that? We gotta slow it down. We have a 17-point lead right now."
Chris Neubauer wants the season Tosa East had in 2021. Tosa East won the Division I state championship. Chris Neubauer wants his turn in Medicine, just to get to Medicine especially.
I'll tell you what, too, these two teams end up meeting in a sectional semi, as Jake Hansen goes up strong with his first bucket, that's got to feel good for him.
Oh, yeah. He did the right thing there. He attacked, he went up, and now he drew the end one, and he's heading to the line to make this a 20-point game.
A former Highlight House Player of the Game. Remember last year against Sussex Hamilton, all the way back, right? Oh, timeout called by Wandry. And ladies and gentlemen, Tosa West putting Brookfield Central on upset alert right now.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today.
Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vinks-Lada alongside Matt Peck here for one of the games of the year in the Greater Metro Conference. But Tosa West putting that more pressure on that nail with the hammer right now in the second half. 19-point lead, the first bucket of the night, and one chance for Jake Hansen, but he can't make his free throw.
And didn't score alert. We're going to give you a score alert.
It's already on the board. You don't have to tell. No, I'm just kidding. You can tell him.
It's favoring the GMC current.
Ooh,
pace.
Good. And one bucket from Grutzmacher. Go ahead.
The GMC current pace is favoring a three-way tie. Obviously got Brook East up 16 on Germantown with 8 minutes left.
I don't know who Brookfield East plays after this, but a lot of these teams have a really easy last game too. I'm not saying it's super easy, but like relatively easy for last game of the year.
If one of these teams has Sussex Hamilton, they could be in trouble.
That's actually
yeah.
Tosa West next week.
Uh-oh.
They have them at home, obviously, but I mean, I don't think that matters too much as Grutzmacher 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Got to get him going.
Well, then I'd feel better about Tosa West chances next week if they're at home. That Sussex Hamilton gym, I'm telling you, it's like that Racine Case gym.
Ooh, loses the ball outside. Got to string a couple more stops and keep chipping away on this lead. You know what's something that really amazes me too about Brookfield Central? How long their bench is. Like just how many people are on their bench.
Yeah, and apparently they moved down a division this year too, which is kind of weird. They must have decreased in school kids.
Wandry has a good staff too, right? Like
yeah.
Good 6 assistant coaches. It's like Ryan Walls' team, right? Caden Parker going to be calling the foul. I know me and you can relate, right? The more coaches we have, the easier the job is for the head coach.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt last weekend.
The head coach, all he's got to do is stand there and scream.
Yep. And you get other guys to drop plays. Grutzmacher going to take it from the top of the key. Is he playing point?
Let's do it, Grutz. Let's do it.
Remember one of those times I think we had him on, you thought he was going to take a 3, right? It was whoa.
He was about to, I think, that one time. Oh, look at him go. Look at that
setting up in the post. Got a size advantage, Matthew James. Anthony Rice hasn't scored yet here in the second half. Avery with the mid-range jumper. Ooh, tough break. Oh, they got numbers here. 2-on-1. Klosky on the drive. Matthew Klosky. Ooh, can't get that one to go. A little too open that time, if you will. Maybe a little bit of pressure at the end of that play. But Anthony Rice going to feed it around on the outside. Grutzmacher in the paint. Grutzmacher heating up. And this is just not what Chris Neubauer wanted to see tonight, as Henry Grutzmacher up to 7 points in the second half so far. 7 of the first 12 points. Jake Hansen now the lead down to 14. They were down by as much as 19. Starting to chip away. Hansen, no. Still ice cold from the three-point line is Jake Hansen. Like I said, he's one of the best shooters in the state, and just not his night again. Grutzmacher looking for the setup in the paint. Got to be careful. Yep, get outside the paint a little bit here. You're going to set it up. Parker hasn't had the answer. Avery going to shoot the 3, block that time. Good defense. Jalen Brown been all over the place, and he's going to go inside the paint, and Brown going to go up and one for Jalen Brown. And he's flexing his muscles, saying, let's tie the conference tonight. Jalen Brown, 9 points and counting in the second half. Nasir Avery will be called for the foul, his second foul of the half, as Matthew James going to check out. Coach Seja and Treese checking back in for Brookfield Central. I mean, we've seen comebacks before, right? Remember Tuesday, a near comeback from how many falls after, I think it was a 26-point lead, something like that. They could have had it all the way down to 5. Jalen Brown completes the three-point play, his first free throw of the night. Man, 18 points for Jalen Brown. Brown came into this game averaging 22.2 points per game. Rise, no. They got to get him going again, right?
Yeah, that's part of the problem why Brookfield Central is down. Is just Rise not being able to go tonight.
Jalen Brown, ooh, almost got another one to go. That would have been his 20th point. Rise loses the ball out of bounds. And it's going to go right back to, no, wait, hold on here. Both refs disagree with each other.
He's got his hand up. It's like he's raising his hand in class.
They're going to agree with the ref on the bottom.
I'm like,
it's going to go back to Tosa West.
I'm like, okay, whose ball is it? You're pointing at the ceiling. Is it the ceiling's ball?
Usually in the NBA, when both refs don't know the call, they just do jump ball. But here, I think it's just possession arrow. But if that's the case, possession arrow is with Tosa West. Klosky on the drive, saying it with his chest again. 12 points for Klosky, 5 points away now from 1,000. Ooh, DJ Hennings a little bit too reaching that time. It's only, luckily, his first foul of the night. But Dan Wandry, yeah, he's not really happy tonight with this squad.
Give you an update there from Germantown. It's a 15-point game. Brookfield is still in the lead with 5 minutes remaining. So this stands, that stands. We got a three-way tie, and that looks like that should stand over there. Unless Germantown has gone on a little bit of a run now. But
there's Grutzmacher again. Grutzmacher staying hot. No answer for him in the paint. He's got all the size in the world. And Henry Grutzmacher with 9 points in the second half, kind of carrying the load right now for Dan Wandry's squad. Jalen Brown through contact. It doesn't even matter.
Oh, my goodness.
Jalen Brown cooking in the matrix tonight. 20 points. $12 points in the second half for Jalen Brown. And we're not even halfway through yet.
Obviously, like I talked about in the first half, when we saw Tosa West at Brookfield East probably about 3 weeks ago now, but they just look a lot better of a team tonight. Just organized on offense, organized on defense. They're just doing a lot more better things tonight.
Can't get the three-point play to go. He had one already. This time he doesn't have it, but my goodness, Jalen Brown on a revenge tour of himself in a game where they dropped last time. They said, like you said, Matt Pack at the half, you would have thought Chris Neubauer told them not to take their foot off the gas. They definitely executed so far. But Anthony Rise has something else to say about that. Big three-point shot from Anthony Rise. 13 points, his first bucket. They got to get him going in a hurry.
Yeah, that's the
still
field,
down by a lot.
That's the field Brookfield Central needed. Now they need something on defense. A pair of stops on defense.
Klosky going up. Ooh, good defensive stop that time from Treese.
Right there.
And here goes Rise. More. Yeah, Rise trying to. Ooh, looked like he was trying to go back-to-back Treese.
Okay, here's
Grutzmacher. Yep, Prusko.
I'd go inside.
Back to Rise. Rise deep three. Uh-oh. Is it time, Matt Peck? Uh-oh. Anthony Rise, back-to-back trays, and we've got a game again.
Brookfield Central definitely showing some life here. They got to get another defensive stop or two and keep scoring on offense, and then Tosa West might have to hit the panic button.
Ooh. Shifty. Jalen Brown cooking in the matrix again. Jalen Brown, 22 points. Looking a little bit like the guy that with the same name on the Boston Celtics.
He's on fire tonight, and that's Brookfield Central really needed to stop there, and to let Jalen Brown score there was a killer because now it's back up to 15 points.
Top of the key, Prusko. Oh, a good look outside. Ooh, Rise. That could have been 3 in a row. Had a potential good look at it. Gonna try to feed it to his teammates, though. Treese. Back to Rise. Rise looking to set up Grutzmacher for the post-up. And, ooh, good defense from Jalen Brown. And they're going to look to go fast again. Brown gets fouled by Rise on the run. And a couple subs coming in for both squads. But that's the only way Brookfield Central can at least try to cool off Jalen Brown in the second half. There's reasons why Jalen Brown has those D1 offers from Arizona State University, Grambling State, and Northern Illinois. Maybe some more coming, too. Jalen Brown, like I said, too, he's only a sophomore. And you talk about how stacked. I think Mark Miller said on his prep basketball yearbook thing, one of the premier class of 2027 prospects in the state. He's got excellent size and skill. He's showing that tonight. 22 points. Won't be surprised if even you see his name in the Mr. Basketball conversation in a couple of years.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys coming up you're going to see up there.
The 2027 class is stacked as they're going to call another foul there. Oh, steal that time by Rise. Rise gets blocked at the rim. Oh, but a foul call.
They call a foul.
But you got to love the effort, though, right?
yeah.
That's an amazing effort going airborne that time from Roman Long. And a little bit of anti-chance right now for Tosa West student section.
I don't have the phone up, so I'm not sure if that was a foul or was any contact. Obviously, it's too far away probably to tell, though. So
now let me look. I think, oh, looking at the replay a little bit, I think knowing Anthony Rise, that was a veteran move, right? Kind of try to sell it off a little bit, and the refs kind of giving him it a little bit more. Looked like Long had all glass that time. Rise makes him pay, though, goes 2 for 2 at the line. Down to 13. Got to start kind of pressing up a little bit if you're Brookfield Central. Down by 13. And you got to try to force some steals. I think a big reason why this is a crazy lead. Oh, Klosky through 2 defenders. He's going to get fouled. I think they're going to call that on Grutzmacher.
yeah, I think so. That's another big foul for him, too, and it's going to put the Lancers at 7, and then Tosa West still at 5. So
if I heard that correctly, that's Grutzmacher's 4th.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
That's even more trouble if that's true.
Like you said about with Coach
Neubauer
before the game. He wanted to get Grutzmacher not out of this game, but obviously he wanted to control him, and obviously, you know, he gets one more foul or two. He's got his worry out of his head.
4 more points away for Matthew Klosky to hit 1,000 career points. Make it 3 points. He's a 3-pointer away from hitting 1,000 and a milestone in his junior season. At least on my scorebook, because I could always be wrong sometimes.
I was off with Anthony Rise by 4 points the other night. I don't know how I was. I thought I got everything.
Well, they're going to keep Grutzmacher in. Top of the key, Prusko for 3. Good.
Huge.
Big 3 from Prusko. Like I said, he had 7 threes the first time these two teams played. Got to need him to get going, too, along with Prusko. I mean, along with Rise and Grutzmacher. But what does the answer? It always seems like Tosa West has had an answer to their buckets. Klosky, mid-range J, no good. Good defense that time. They got numbers. Rise looking to set it up. Uh-oh, he's just going to take it himself. Ooh, that's a good transition look. I'll give it to him. But I still think you try to find Grutzmacher in the paint that time. He kind of had a little bit of a lane. He just couldn't get it to fall. But he wanted to cut the lead down to single digits. Hansen on the drive, going through contact. Oh, my goodness. Just nothing going for Jake Hansen still. Prusko thought about it. You're going to try to set up Grutzmacher in the paint. No, Prusko on the drive, back outside. Rise, good look for 3. Ew, no.
Oh.
And it's going to be a foul. Ooh, Nasir Avery came down hard on the foul. Man, I think Nasir Avery, he's one of the toughest guys I watched play on this Brookfield Central team. Last time we saw him on Tuesday, he kind of took a hard shot, too, on the knee. He was kind of limping, too. We got. What's the score at the other game?
We got a 10-point game with 1.5 minutes remaining. Germantown's trying to come back from the looks of it.
Now, I mean, that's kind of almost out of reach already in a way. Rise on the drive. They're going to call an offensive foul on Anthony Rise. And, oh, look at Wandry with his arms crossed looking like a businessman. I think he's a business teacher, too, so it's only fitting. He's going like, let's go. Come on, refs. I'm going to call an offensive foul. I think he got a little bit of an elbow that time on Rise. Oh, look at Wandry. He's heated right now. Uh-oh. Chris Neubauer is pointing to the ref like, say, put a T. Give him a T. This is something, matter of fact. This is peak conference basketball late in the season. But Wandry's still chirping. I don't think they gave him the tech. That would have been a costly one, too, if they got a tech there. Because that would have been 2 free throws right there for a possible 2 points for Tosa West if they got it. Assistants had to hold him back, though. Klosky. They get it back outside to Jalen Brown. If he hits a 3 here, he has 1,000 career points. Brown outside. Klosky, not the most amazing three-point shooter, going to go through the teeth on the defense, and they're going to call a jump ball. Stick with Tosa West. But now you're starting to see Tosa West play a little bit of keep away from Brookfield Central. They noticed they have that double-digit lead, and Brookfield Central trying to churn into this lead a little bit, but Tulsa West saying, why not? Let's take some time off. And inbound at the top of the key to Caden Parker. Hennings on the drive, gonna kick it outside. Klosky for 1,000 career points. He got it! Congratulations, young man! Matthew Klosky, 1,000 career points. And a big way to put him back up by 15.
And obviously, whoever's got the 1,000 up there didn't even realize that because they still got the balloons wrapped up.
Nope. Oh, no good that time, and it's going to go right back to Tulsa West. Hey, how about this? If Tulsa West wins, I might just have to get Klosky and Jalen Brown, if anything. It's been the terrific two for these guys. 22 points per game for Matthew Klosky, 22 as well for Jalen Brown. Both of them combining for 44. Jake Hansen, one of the big parts of the big three, can't get it going, but I'm surprised too. They gave a great player in Klosky a good look from three. That's not what you want if you're Brookfield Central. Oh, and Nasir Avery playing really good defense. Just throws it off the legs. Oh, right back to him. Oh, no. It's going to go right back to Brookfield Central in a fast break layup to Prusko. 7 points on the night for Evan Prusko. Back down to 13. And Chris Neubauer going to take a full time out here trying to discuss the final game plan to potentially put this at a three-way tie for the Greater Metro Conference tonight. We'll see the end of the finish after this on Zaleski Sports.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Elijah Vanksala alongside Matt Peck for a regular season finale in the Milwaukee area before we get us started for the playoffs coming up in 2 weeks for guys and girls basketball. 4:49 left to go in this game, though, in the Greater Metro Conference. It has been a thriller tonight, Matt Peck, but especially on the end for Tulsa West. And Chris Neubauer, talk about their game plan a little bit tonight on defense.
They've done the good job defending Anthony Rise especially, and obviously we talked about Henry Grutzmacher before the game. You said Chris Neubauer was, saying we cannot let him get wild, and obviously they have not let him get wild tonight. But Anthony Rise has been the story. Obviously they haven't let him heat up like he did against Menominee Falls in goal for 46. So they've done a good job all over Tulsa West on defense tonight, and obviously they have a 13-point lead with 4.5 minutes here, where they exactly want to be.
It's a one-on-one free throw for Jalen Brown. And he can't make it to go. The lid on the rim just gives Brookfield Central the chance that time. Nasir Avery gonna go through contact off the right side, gets the bounce to go. And Wandry gonna play a little bit of press now. 5 points for Nasir Avery. Down to 11-point game. Avery's been really good on defense tonight. We're going to get a little switch right now. We're going to kick it outside Hennings. I think the smart thing to do if you're Tulsa West is try to move the ball around right now to the point where you could try to find a basket. No rush. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Klosky. Yeah, but at some point, too, if you're Brookfield Central, you got to start fouling.
Yeah.
And that's where you need shot clock at times.
We saw a team. I think it was in this gym last year. It wasn't Brookfield Central. It was a team that was playing Brookfield Central. They were holding the ball till the end of the half, and it was like for a minute straight they just stood there.
Oh, going up that time through contact. Uh-oh, Jalen Brown, and he's hurt, though. No, that is not what you want to see late in the season. He's got hit in the knee, too. Nasir Avery. It's his third foul. 18th foul here. He's just tying his shoes. I think he'll be all right. But
and we got a final score alert from Germantown. Brookfield East takes down Germantown 61-52.
So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Brookfield East, they're officially for now. I mean, if Tosa West holds on, it's a three-way tie in the Greater Metro, folks.
Yeah.
Between Brookfield East, Brookfield Central, and Tosa West. But the key thing to look at right now is Jalen Brown, right? You don't want to see your top guy go down like that heading into the playoffs. Especially this late in the season, right? This is not what you want to see, but I think he's done for the night. Because I think that's the rule, right? There's a rule, I think, where if there's a guy hurt and you take him out the game for a sub before the free throws happen, he cannot come back in the game. So Max Gogan will check in to shoot for him. That might be the end of the night for Jalen Brown. I think that's a smart IQ idea from Chris Neubauer too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Try to rest him for the playoffs coming up. Oh, music playing around.
Somebody hit the stereo button.
The DJ, if they have one.
This isn't Racine case.
Hits both free throws. 8 points for Max Gogan, now back up to 13.
I should say Kettle Morane's the one that has
and
the DJ.
Actually, yes, Jalen Brown going to check right back in. He says he's all right. Tough warrior he's been tonight. He's been a hot hand in the second half. Prusko can't knock down the triple, and Klosky going to come down with the rebound. Hennings, ooh, double team coming. He's just going to call a timeout here on the double team, sensing the pressure from Avery and Rise. So 3:15 left here to go. Do we want a game break or do we want to stay?
We'll go one more time.
We'll take one last game break here on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, 56-43 lead for 18th ranked Tosa West on 13th ranked Brookfield Central. Coming down the end of the stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. This is, buckle your seatbelts. March Madness is on the way in high school and college.
Crazy.
For both boys and girls. This is our regular season finale in the Milwaukee area, but we'll be back for the playoffs. We're taking a week off. There's an elevator door screenplay from Chris Neubauer and DJ Hennings. It's Chris Neubauer taking a look at my playbook here. That's like one of my plays that I run, essentially.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? He says, I'm going to get interviewed by Elijah tonight if I hold on to win, and I'm going to steal his plays.
Maybe I'll run that tomorrow. Got an early morning tomorrow. You'll be there, right? You'll be there.
Yeah.
You're a great assistant, man. This has been a special ride.
I'm bored. This is weird for us. 2 Saturdays in a row, we're not going to have a game. We were supposed to have games tomorrow, but, apparently our broadcasting didn't fit a rental agreement with the Al McGuire Center. So we just said, you know what? Let's end it here with Greater Metro. Tomorrow would have been an Arrowhead doubleheader. It would have been Hortonville Arrowhead girls and then Marquette Arrowhead boys. But that's canceled, so don't come to the network for that. But there is a good game tomorrow. Eau Claire Memorial versus Marshfield on network. That's tomorrow night. That's like determining a lot with seating up north at 7 o'clock. So I'd watch that. I think Jason Zaleski's actually doing that game too.
19 points for Matthew Klosky to go along. 1,002 career points now for him as Rise throws it in the backcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation. Now they're going to call carry now, actually. That's just been that type of night for Brookfield Central, huh? They just cannot get anything really going on offense and going on any big runs. And Tosa West really making them pay for it by getting those stops on the defensive end, forcing turnover and scoring off of them. They're going to do the elevator door screen once again, taking the play right out the book. I like that play, though, right? I mean, gets a guy free off the elevator, close and seal the door of the defender, and no one's going to be able to get there. Ooh, foul that time. A little bit of a reach on Kojeka. Seja. So Klosky will head to the line again. Toast West in the double bonus now. First free throw no good from Matt Klosky. Knocks down the second free throw. 5 of 6 from the line in the second half for Klosky. 10 points in the second half for him. 18 points on the night, 22 for Jalen Brown. If Toast West holds on, we'll likely get 2 highlight house part of the game as we got a wedgie. Getting set here as Gogan gonna check in for 30 Caden Parker. I would love to see these two teams meet up again in the playoffs. This is, I mean, the first 2 times you saw both teams win one. Or I mean, given that they hold on here, right? Up by 16. We've seen a lot of crazy things before, but Rise makes the first free throw. But this could potentially be. I still think these two teams will end up as the top 2 seeds in their section.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think this has a chance to get Tosa West the #1 seed after our seed projections had Brookfield Central at the #1 seed. Obviously the same record, so maybe the strength of schedule plays in effect possibly. Maybe Brookfield Central still gets the 1 seed, but
I just got to say, it's pointed out there, there's a chance though.
Yeah, there is a chance come Sunday morning at 10 a.m. that we find out that Wauwatosa West could pick it up.
Hansen going to bounce pass it to Klosky. Ooh, dangerous foul that time by Rise. Ooh. It's one of those plays where you got to be careful that you don't want to start a fight or something, right?
All right, everybody, I'm going to check out. We'll see you.
Right, let's go. See, yep. You can talk here too if you want. You know, good? Huh?
Just looking this up first.
All right. First free throw rims out for Klosky. He said he's only a 55% free throw shooter, but still not too terrible. As we'll get some crowd noise into, and maybe at free throws, Matt Peck will give some commentary still as well. Goes 0 for 2 at the line. That's just something, a part of a game that he could work on a little bit more with 2 minutes left, but other than that, his game's been pretty solid. Step back 3 for Rise. No good. Wandry wanted the foul bad that time. Not going to get the call. Jalen Brown on the drive. Euro step, reverse layup, and that is your dagger, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Hansen with the steal. Good awareness. And they're going to say he traveled. He wanted the foul call that time. But that's just how they're going to end that one off. That layup by Jalen Brown, likely the dagger. $14 in the second half for Brown. 22 on the night to match his team average. Prusko will head to the line for 2. First one out of 2 is good from Evan Prusko. Prusko goes 2 for 2 from the line. 14-point game. It's going to need a miracle if Brookfield Central even tries to get back in this game. Hansen, they got a 2-on-1 right now. Going to drive through, blocked by Grutzmacher. Try to go up strong, and it just hasn't been Hansen's night. On the other end, though, Prusko gets the N1, and here we go. Evan Prusko, 4 unanswered points, down to 12. Trying to make things a little bit interesting right now. And Prusko trying to go on a little run of his own. Expect to see a press come here, maybe a timeout to kind of regather themselves. Prusko makes the free throw. 5 of the last points coming from them. The lead went from 15 to 11 in a quick span. And I think if you're Tosa West, you slow it down here. Uh-oh, he loses the ball out. It's going to go back to Brookfield Central now. And this game is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. A basket here could make this a less than a 10-point lead. You got to imagine if a 3 falls right now for Brookfield Central, this thing is still kind of on the table. Rise kicking outside. Avery for 3. Ooh, no good. It's going to go out of bounds, and it'll stick with them. So 1 minute left here to go in the game. Kind of got to go in a hurry, still down by 11 to at least get some sort of chance. Gonna get a couple screens here on the inbound. Rise on the drive, kick it outside. Prusko wide open for 3. No, rebound Grutzmacher. Back outside, Rise. Avery for 3. Right corner, no. And that's just been the night for them. Tosa West, they can sense the victory on their hands now. There's a chance, fans chant air ball. I hope they don't have any anti-chants with the mic on. DJ Hennings will head to the line here. Rise going to check out for the last time on senior night. They will still get a home game in the playoffs, so this won't be the absolute last time he plays in this gym.
They should get at least 2 home games in the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, both these teams should, I think. I think both these teams have the top 2 seeds locked up in their section. It's just a matter of a turn-up that could happen tonight. I might even ask Chris Neubauer with this win here. You guys might have a chance now at the 1 seed in the tournament. Goes 2 for 2 at the line is Hennings. Kick it outside, Nasir Avery. Prusko gets a 3 to go in the foul. Yeah, they're still trying to knock on the door a little bit. Evan Prusko. So he's gonna get a chance for a 4-point play here to cut it to 9. A full timeout call for Tosa East State. We'll turn this off though, because for copyright purposes with music. But 53 to 63 has been the score, and Tosa West, you got to imagine, they don't want to feel too relaxed here with 37 seconds, as gotten a lot of shots to fall for Brookfield Central lately in the second half. I just think that Brookfield Central or Tosa West built a good enough lead that they could still hold on to this one. But a 10-point lead with 37 seconds left, that might not be enough time. But ladies and gentlemen, March Madness in high school and college is coming up soon. This is gonna be a fun ride. This is our last game, obviously, for the regular season, but we're gonna buckle up for the playoffs coming soon for what's gonna be a thriller in the next coming weeks. As girls playoff starts next week though, right? Regionals is next week, Thursday and Saturday next week? Friday, Saturday. Playing games on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday. It's all over the place, huh? And then the next week's the last week of the boys' season. This is around the week. I call it emotional week for some of the teams, right? Senior night week. And all the players work hard all season for a moment like this, as we'll turn the crowd noise back on. But what a win this would be for Tosa West if they could hold on. And it's been led by their defense, holding Brookfield Central, arguably one of the best offensive teams in this conference, to 14 in that first half. Gets the free throw to go, the lead down to 9. Only if they get a steal here. Let's see. Jalen Brown trapped. Brown's going to get fouled. And a chance at the line here. Foul's going to be on 20. He's fouled out tonight here. Derek Treese. And Jalen Brown try to add some more points here, up to 22 on the night. They have a chance to finish this one off. First free throw is good from him. Brown knocks down both free throws at a clutch time. 24 on the night for Jalen Brown. We'll be going down for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show after this. And Klosky in a Euro step on the 101 loses his handle, gonna just lose it out of bounds on the steal. They'll inbound it here with 23 seconds. What a big win this is gonna be for Tosa West. They're gonna get a steal. Prusko says, I don't wanna be done just yet. They're gonna have a three-way tie for conference. As they go up for it that time, Wandry takes a 30-second. And it's a 9-point lead, a last-minute heave. But 15.5 seconds left to go. I think Greater Metro in the Milwaukee area at least is one of the last conferences to call a conference winner. And they're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. It's going to be a three-way tie in the Greater Metro Conference between Brookfield Central, Brookfield East, and Tosa West. That's just how you know. That's a good thing in a way, because you know all these teams are good in the conference, and you got even a team like Germantown trailing behind. Loss from them tonight officially eliminated them from conference contention. I think they had to win out, but they needed some other situations to go as well. But we in fact got the most interesting scenario tonight with a Tosa West win versus Brookfield Central and a Brookfield East win over Germantown, which finished it as a three-way conference tie. But all the teams still have one more game left. Tosa West will have their senior night next Thursday against Sussex Hamilton at home, and then next Thursday Dan Wandry will travel down the road here to take on Tosa West to finish their season. They're going to hold it around a little bit more. I'll be going down to interview head coach Chris Neubauer. And let's get two Highlight House player of the games, Matthew Klosky and Jalen Brown. And a much-earned win, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Upset alert. Greater Metro State, beware. The Trojans are legit. I'm going to be right back for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up right after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Are back here for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. We're joined right now by head coach Chris Neubauer on Tosa West. Chris, this is a really great game from you guys tonight, especially a historic milestone for Matthew Klosky. Just talk about the effort on a big team tonight in the conference.
Our effort defensively was unbelievable. From all the guys, it didn't matter who we had, guard and Rise. I mean, he is a really good player. We had a game plan in to guard Gritzmacher. I thought Caden Parker did a great job, limited his touches. We were physical, and that was part of the game plan. Being physical, try not to get out-rebounded, push the pace, play tempo, play our game.
How important was this game? I know you guys came into this one game outside looking in. Now you guys are tied for conference, so you guys have a chance to possibly win out and potentially share the conference coming up soon, or maybe even take it yourselves with a potential loss from other teams.
Yeah, well, we're looking for that. We were talking, we hit a little bump in the middle of the season, and we said, hey, we did this 2 years ago where we won, it was 12 or 13 in a row. We said, hey, we can win 8 and get it. We got a little help from Germantown, thank God, from last weekend. But we're on a mission, and we are playing our best defensive basketball of the year. So I'm pretty proud of the guys. Hey, not just the players, and it's our coaching staff too. And when these dudes dial in and listen to the coaching plan, nobody can beat us.
Good luck in the playoffs, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Matthew Klosky. First of all, congratulations on 1,000 career points. Just tell me how that moment feels for you.
It's cool. I just want to thank my teammates. Last few weeks we've been all locked in. I mean, 1,000 points is cool, but the biggest goal, winning conference, getting out in the playoffs, making a good run. So it's just another bucket, I guess.
Now, what's kind of next for you guys? I know you guys might have a chance now. If the playoffs started today, you guys would have been the 2 seed, but the team you guys played tonight was projected to be the 1 seed. Now you guys have a potential chance to be the 1 seed. How much does it mean to get possibly that moment for your team heading into the playoffs with the momentum?
It's good. It's what we expected. We just got to keep our heads high. We keep playing like this, we should be good. We should do good. So.
All right. So before I let you go, I'm gonna give you the mic. You're gonna look at that camera up there, and then you're gonna say your full name. You're gonna say I'm Matthew Klosky and I'm in the house.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Matthew Klosky and I'm in the house.
All right. Thank you, Matthew. Your game tonight. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. 65-56, 18th ranked Tosa West knocks out Brookfield Central as Klosky celebrates with his team, reaching over 1,000 career points on the season. That'll do it for us here at Zaleski Sports Milwaukee. Our final game of the regular season here in the Milwaukee area. We'll head to the playoffs coming soon. We'll have a nice week off, and then we'll get back at you guys for boys and girls basketball coming up in the next couple weeks. But that has been it. Thank you guys for joining us all regular season long. We hope to see you guys in the playoffs. Elijah Vincelata and Matt Peck signing off on Zaleski Sports.